Sometimes we go through fire and brimstone because we don't know the purpose of God. But the only problem you're going to get there is if somebody goes through the purpose with you. So now, in other words, I'm going through a purpose, and I got to learn stability, and there got to be a place in my mind. There got to be a place in God where if I'm going to be the purpose, I got to be the aspect of God. Anytime you get to where you got to go, there's a purpose that you're going to have to serve. There is purpose in my ministry. There's purpose of why I'm going through what I'm going through. There's a purpose. There is a particular reason why I'm going to go through this, because if I did not go through it now, nobody would have to show me later. So now my purpose is for me to really understand that there is glory after glory, and my purpose is to find the culture connection between me and God. And now, see, the devil believes that your purpose is to serve him, but God believes his purpose is to serve him. Because sometimes when you have a purpose, you have a plan, and you have a critical place where you can begin to find the purpose. Now, step number one, the purpose is, what are you going to do as a plan? Number two, what am I going to do to get myself to where I got to go? And three, what am I going to do to make sure nothing else happens to my plan? Okay, sometime when you have step number one to make a plan, you should already have in your mind made up. See, you got to make sure that the plan that you're going to make, the decisions that you're going to make, you got to set up the plan before you make the plan, because anybody can come together and get something, but you got to know your purpose. Your value is to help somebody. So if your purpose is to help people, get in a field where people are helping others. Amen. Now, if you don't think your purpose is to help somebody, everybody got a purpose. You can be the purpose. Your purpose is to run something. Your purpose is to be your own manager. Your purpose is to make money. Your purpose can be to be a comedian. Your purpose can make somebody laugh. Everybody has a purpose, big or small. There's a purpose in you that everybody has. And sometimes what we've got to realize is that the purpose that God set for you is the plan that he's going to make for your life, for the rest of your life. That's why you have to make sure, and you have to come to commute to ask yourself, if I'm going to make the plan, I got to make the purpose. Anybody can come together and make the plan, but if you don't have the purpose to make the plan, then everything that you have done is in vain. Sometimes you can be in a place of attributes, and sometimes we can go in places where we feel like our plan isn't working, and then at times we've got to come to a place in God where, okay, if I'm going to make this happen, I got to have a plan. I got to have a set goal. I got to have a mindset with God, because if the plan that I'm going to make is going to get me somewhere, then the plan that I got to deal with got to get me somewhere. So now I got to come to my place and say, this is the